Today I want to share with you what I believe is one of the greatest opportunities of our lifetime. And it's an opportunity that everybody in this room can act on. In one of my previous presentations, you likely heard me talk about how gold and silver are the only real money out there. That what we've come to accept as money is really just worthless paper. Gold and silver over the centuries have held their value. And what I want to present to you tonight is that silver is actually a great investment. So now let me back up a little bit and tell you why I think gold and silver are the only real money that's out there. They've held their value over time. Their purchasing power is the same today as it was thousands of years ago, centuries ago. In fact, if you had a silver coin today, you could go get yourself a nice suit, maybe a pair of shoes, and perhaps a belt. In Roman times, if you had a gold coin, you could go get a nice toga, maybe some pretty sandals, and perhaps a belt. So gold really hasn't changed, and silver has always been tied to gold. They're real money. So tonight, what I really want to emphasize, and I'm going to go through 3 specific points on why I think silver is an amazing opportunity. So the 3 points are, 1, silver is real money. Number 2, silver is cheap, especially when you compare it to gold. Number 3, silver is disappearing. So let's start with number 1. Silver is real money. I think I've actually already demonstrated how that's the case. Silver has always held its value. It proves its purchasing power time and time again. Number 2, silver is cheap. Now, if you've been following silver in the markets for the last few years, you may actually disagree with what I'm saying. In 2004, silver was about $5 an ounce. Today, it's a little over $30 an ounce. That's a 600% increase. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, I missed the boat. Silver's already gone up. But I hope to show you that that's not necessarily the case. So commodities and really markets in general, they all do this. They all have cycles. Commodities do it. Equities like stock market, they do it. Real estate has a cycle. So let's look at some historical examples of cycles. In the 1970s, we had a commodity cycle. Silver at the time, in early 1970, was a little less than $1.50 an ounce. By 1981, it had climbed to $50 an ounce. That's a 3,700% increase. At that same time, your average single-family home was approximately $20,000 in 1970. By 1981, that same house, if you had bought it and held on to it, had doubled to about $40,000. So 100% return on your money. Now, in 1970, had you sold that house and bought silver with that $20,000, by 1981, that silver would have been worth, who wants to guess? No guesses? $700,000, or 18 of these houses. So I hope you see the correlation in cycles and following the cycles. Had you rode the commodity cycle and let silver rise and then traded it in for houses in 1980, you would have done very well. Now, the third reason that I believe silver is an amazing opportunity is that silver is disappearing. Silver is one of nature's most amazing elements. It's highly conductive for electricity. It's highly reflective. It has antimicrobial properties. It's used in an amazing array of products. Everything from traditional uses like mirrors and photography, to jewelry, to dental, you name it, it's used in it. But more recently, silver started to be used in more obscure products, if you will. Things like electronics. Every cell phone uses silver. Every computer uses silver. Pharmaceuticals use silver. Healthcare products use silver. Toys and even clothes now use silver. In fact, the antibacterial properties of silver is why they sew it into underwear and socks now. So you can see that silver is being used. It's consumed. It's not just a precious metal. It's also an industrial metal. And these new uses use silver in such finite amounts that it makes it not possible or not economically viable to retrieve it. So silver gets used and consumed. And the known reserves of gold now are estimated to be higher than the reserves of silver. So for these three reasons, silver is real, it's real money. Right now it's cheap. In fact, it's at inflation-adjusted historical lows right now. And silver is disappearing. Those are the reasons I believe that it's an amazing opportunity right now. And I hope you'll get some. And I hope you don't wait until the news and the papers and your neighbors start telling you to invest. Because when that happens, that's when you should be selling and looking for the next wave to ride to the top. Mr. Toastmaster.